Good evening, Mask Enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, 'cause it's time for the Abnormal Barders. Yes, today we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skins to chase after tonight. Yep. So basically, you're probably sitting there wondering, what do you mean by abnormals? What are you talking about? Well, basically, we know certain skins will become marketable at an earlier set time every single week, and knowing that, we can prepare ourselves, figure out buy orders that we might want to do, and when they are available on the Steam market, we'll jump in and try and do those buy orders as fast as we possibly can. We want to be the people who pick up all the cheap listings that get listed every single day, in hopes that we could then just pick them up and sell them for their proper prices and walk away with some sweet, delicious profits. So, if you're still sitting there not fully understanding when I refer to skins as abnormals and regular skins, consider looking in the description right now. There are 2 videos provided. The first video is quite brief. It's a 60-second short video which goes over all the details and explains what happens. But if you need like a proper understanding, a proper explanation which will actually point out to you how to identify what is and what isn't abnormal and when this happens, what time do they appear, please consider watching the second video just below it. It's about 20 minutes long, but it does go a lot more in depth, and as I said, it will help you out a whole lot more. And so with that, we're going to figure out of all of these abnormal skins, what prices might we want to offer for all of them. So we're going to go through all of them based on sales, and then after that, we'll talk about the likes of the regular skins as well. So sit back and relax. I'm going to yap. Right then, Neon Small Comps, you are now sitting here at just short of 36,000 subscribers. This appears to be the lowest selling Neon Small box. Now, you're going to sit there and say, okay, does that make it more special? I mean, it still sold a lot, you know? Yeah, literally last week we had one that did 50,000 plus sales. But that is still an absurd amount, 36,000 subs. So looking at this and trying to figure out, okay, what prices are we going to offer? It's still going to be the same, I'm sorry to say. I'm still looking at that and thinking I'm probably going to want to do around a $1 buy order. So, yeah. I'm sure you've probably seen this video by now. Oh, yeah, sorry, that's the wrong thing. Hey, it is Counter-Strike's birthday. Happy birthday. Alright, anyway, I'm talking about this video that I uploaded just about a week ago. It's located right over here. Please, for every single Neon Small box that we're going to get from here and now, go back to this video if you need to be reminded and understand that whilst throughout the summer, as we keep seeing more and more of these Neon Small boxes being accepted, they're going to retain their value. What happens when it stops? What happens when we roll into September, October, November, which I always refer to as the autumn-fall seasonal dip? We're going to see less people playing the game. We're going to see more people trying to sell the skins rather than buy them, and you will see skins drop in value. They will go down. And with that, notably, the Neon Storages, it's expected that they're going to have a bit of a bumpy ride when we go through that period of time. In short, we've seen with the large boxes way back in the past, when they went through their first instance of a dip, they struggled a fair bit. These weren't always sitting here at these prices. No. That took 3 years to get to this point. When we went through the likes of their first dip, which I believe was an autumn-fall seasonal dip, back when they obviously were accepted, they went down pretty hard. Quite a lot of these went down to around half the price they sold for, which was $2.49, so of course they went down to just around $1. But they all recovered, and they all graciously rose up in price, as I've already said. Yes, in the further future, all 4 of these small boxes very likely will probably end up, you know, selling much higher prices. I wouldn't doubt it. But it's that first dip that we're going to experience in just a couple of months' time where I really do think they're going to struggle. I really do think we're going to see far too many listings. Like, I will not be surprised if we see some of these having 1,000 listings on the Steam market, which on average, you know, if we only see most skins only having about 100 quantity on average, that's absolutely absurd, isn't it? So, yeah. Think of it this way. Let's say I had $50 right now, and if I wanted to invest into these Neon Small boxes, you know, I could probably buy, well, 10 to 30, let's say about 30 of them with my $50, all right? What if I waited until October? What's so special about October? Well, based on the previous years, it's usually around October time where we see all skins reach a new low point for that year, all right? So, whilst we're currently at a high, what with the very nice player counts that we're seeing, look at that average player count, 91,500 average players so far for this month. Cool. Lots of people playing, much higher demand for skins, prices have been doing very well, but it's not going to last forever, and we're going to see less people playing at a certain point, you know, give it a couple months. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, it's usually around October time where most of these skins end up going down pretty bad, but they will reach a certain point where it won't go any lower. Buy in then. Last year it was early October. The year before that it was late October. It's going to happen probably around October time this year, where you'll look at that skin and think, all right, now it's time to buy. And yeah, it will be cheaper than what it is currently now. And, well, if you still had that $50 available, if you buy them then, you're going to buy more. And what's going to happen when we, eventually reach the likes of post-Christmas 2025? Well, if we just quickly remind ourselves of last year, it dropped off pretty badly from 90,000 average, it went to 69,000. But what happened when we reached January time? It went back up to 90,000 again. And what happened during January? Well, last post-Christmas wasn't exactly super great, but it still was much better for the prices of Ruskins at this point compared to this point. So, in the long term, I'm looking at this and I'm expecting that, well, in just a few months' time, this very likely might end up going down to around $1, along with all the other Neon Small boxes, and any potential future one that might be appearing over the course of these next few weeks for the future Rust doors. Big guess, right? Big guess. I think it's going to probably stop around September, where we're going to stop seeing these Neon Small boxes, and that'll be it. That's a wrap. Done. So, the day that happens is probably the day that you start to see some weird problems going on with these. And that's going to probably be the beginning of where it starts to slowly go down. But remember what I said, it's usually around October time where it can't go any lower. And now that you're aware of that, that's probably going to be the best time to jump in and buy in. Alright, cool. So, actual barter price tonight? Well, I'm probably looking at it and thinking I'm going to probably do between 90 cents to $1.10. If you're only using one account, just do $1. Alright? So, if you truly respect that and acknowledge that, okay, yeah, September, October, November, that's likely going to be pretty bad, yeah, alright. If you truly accept that that's likely going to become a problem, and as I said, if I quickly go over to here real quickly, if I look at the likes of Meds, right now it has 340 listings, its current prices are sitting here at $1.76. If you bought this and tried to sell it now, okay, cool, you're probably going to walk away with a few pennies profit. Other people exist, alright? Do not forget that. When it's October time, I expect so much more. I expect so much more quantity to get dumped and whatnot. And I do not expect these barders to survive. I reckon it's going to go all the way down to around here. Maybe it'll be slightly above $1. Maybe it might go slightly below $1. But yeah, it's going to be around that point. And if it's going to be fairly close to $1, guess what? If you put down a $1 barder now, you very likely will be walking away buying a bunch of these for about $1. And, well, post-Christmas, you're probably doing a whole lot better. Maybe it doubles in price. We'll see. But as time goes on, yes, I do expect these in the long term, in the further future, in a few years now, that they're going to do much better prices. We have sold around just as much of these compared to what we did with these. These were doing 40 to 50,000 sales, subscribers. So, yeah, just give it some time and they probably will work out ever so nicely. So, with the likes of that, how you approach that today is up to you. But personally, with two accounts, I'm going to do 90 cents and $1.10. Maybe a little bit higher, we shall see. But that's how I'm going about it. Because I'm also going to look at these in October time and consider just buying a bunch. You get the idea. So I know that was a bit of a yapping session. But that's going to be basically everything I say from here and now over the course of the next few weeks as these keep getting accepted. And you're going to sit there and say, Hedge, did we see a new box being submitted this past week? Yes, indeed. We have seeds, right? I will not be surprised if that gets accepted. Or maybe cards does. You never know. Will it be cards? Will it be seeds? Is cards going to get saved until the very last one? We shall see. This is number 19. This is number 21. So, regardless, either one, we're not going to complain, are we? Cool. So, that's basically it. That's nice. Shall we move on to the next skin? Alright then. With the likes of this Colander Boonie Hat, did we see a continuation appear? Because I was looking at this and I was thinking, can you really turn this into a collection? Well, they tried. Mr. Risato and Mr. Domch worked on this poncho here, and I can't help but assume that my chest would not appreciate wearing something like that. I feel like my flesh might get sliced. So anyway, as you can see, they're trying to turn this into a kitchen warfare set. I don't know what else they could do. In theory, I thought, wouldn't it be funny if they did saucepan, shoes? But they can't do that, can they? You can't add more mesh. And I don't think they'll be able to pull off anything funny with just textures. So we'll see how that potentially turns out. But they have made a continuation. I just don't know if everybody's going to instantly realise that's a continuation of the Colander Boonie Hat. But maybe they will. Maybe people get it. Maybe people like it. But we've got to talk more about the price that this has been, this is selling for. $1.49. We've been in a very similar position in the past. We have looked at the likes of Crabbo. Remember Crabbo? No? Oh, that's a bit of a problem. But anyway, Crabbo is sitting there at $1. He sold for $1.49. He did 17,600 subscribers, which is basically the point that we're at, 17,700. This did get a continuation. But look where it ended up at. So let's just quickly remind ourselves of Crabbo. It did get more primitive skins accepted, but there's a very weird thing with these Boonie Hat skins. All of them usually sell for around 99 cents. 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents. All of them are in the positive basically here, but not by much, you know. That's $1.16, $1.09. You're better, $2.24, $1.67, $2.15. I mean, they're working out. Both of these are nice, but these two here, they're part of well-established primitive sets with a lot of skins that are accepted. Whilst this did get a continuation, there wasn't any more after that, unfortunately. And with it selling at a higher price, whilst it's now sitting at around a price that's fairly similar to the likes of these, because it sold at a higher price, it's actually down. So I'm looking at this Colander Boonie Hat, and I can't help but assume probably the exact same behaviour is going to happen all over again. AKA, it's going to probably end up becoming like a $1 skin. It's very silly. It's very goofy. I've already talked about all of that, you know. Ha ha ha. I'm going to run around outside and put this on my head and pretend I'm being a serious, very serious individual. No, I think that's going to probably go down in price. I think it sold a fair bit too much, but, you know, for Rosato, congratulations to you, sir. That was your first ever skin to be accepted. I think I'm probably going to do maybe like 60 cents to 80 cents. I wouldn't be surprised if I pick up a bunch of those. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out, but we do expect more. If I quickly hop over to here and look at my Rust Workshop skin checks, yes, I've actually had one of the skin creators turn up and say they actually might do a different version. We actually might see different skins, but they've actually just straight up said, yeah, expect to see more, in short. So, okay, cool. There's going to be more of it. Keep your eyes peeled. Keep an eye on their workshop, and yeah, that'll be probably happening over the course of this weekend for the next idea, I guess we could say. All right, cool. So there's going to be more of an effort being put towards that. However, I still kind of question it a lot, so I'm going to probably just stick with doing 60 cents to 80 cents. We'll see, you know, we'll see. Moving on. Quarantine Garage Door. Right, so this did 17,500 subscribers. Part of a fairly well-known collection, the Quarantine Collection. Whilst the weapons are doing very nice, that Sheepman of Door, he has improved a little bit, but he's still down by 41%. Now, I was hoping to see the likes of another deplorable being resubmitted, aka the large box, but no, for this weekend, or, well, this past weekend, we saw the likes of the the Thompson being resubmitted, so I don't know what happens next, but there at least was another quarantine skin being submitted again. But what happens with this then? If we were to see a Thompson accepted, will that magically bounce up in demand, bounce up in price? I don't think so. And we also have to question garage doors. How many garage doors do we normally see every single year? Well, for the past 2 years, so I'm talking 2023 and 2022. In 2022, we had 28 accepted in total. In 2023, we had 27, technically, because, of course, Industrial Bloodgate was never actually fully released. So we get quite a lot. We're halfway through the year. We're currently sitting here with 12. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another double, you know, an extra 12 at least for the remainder of this year. And that might include Twitch drops. Keep your eyes peeled. But of course, you know, there's always interesting, cool-looking ideas being submitted to the workshop every single week. And there is another notable skin. And, you know, I might just show it to you, because whilst we were skipping ahead, I've got to bring up that Junkernaut Collection has put out another deplorable skin, which we were fully well aware of, because the skin creator outright told us last week. And here it is. Immediately, we got another very cool-looking garage door, which is part of a notable collection. And, yeah, that has transparency, and it glows in the dark. Quarantine has neither of that. Quarantine Garage Door doesn't glow, and it doesn't have transparency. Now, maybe not everybody wants to have a glow-in-the-dark garage door. Okay, cool, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. And yeah, that's not exactly head height, but if you can orient yourself or build, you can still see through that and whatnot. Anyway, that is another interesting skin on the horizon. It's not just that, though. I mean, we've got this very cool-looking Dragon Gate garage door. That looks cool. We've also got the likes of this Dangerous Run garage door here with the very cool-looking video, which I'm going to mute very quickly so I don't get in any trouble. 1080p. I mean, what an intro for showcasing your skin. And yeah, that looks nice. I don't know what that has to do with Rust, but it does look nice. Roller skating with boomerangs and everything on fire? Cool! Alright, anyway, so very weird, goofy ideas for garage doors are always being submitted to the workshop. Alright? So, chat, for all the people watching, here's the link to my Rust Workshop skin checks if you want to go through that yourself. Point I'm trying to get across is, don't assume, oh, we're going to have a drought now of Garage Door skins. No, we're still going to keep seeing more. And if you might recall, we had the Watcher of Doom Garage Door being accepted not too long ago. Now look at it, down 34%. Do you remember Tomb of the Octopus? Down 42%. Do you remember Clan Base? Down 53%. Blocky Rig? Down 23%. Alright, that's part of a deplorable collection, that's part of a deplorable collection, that's part of a deplorable collection, that's part of a deplorable collection. Now, how many of them have we had accepted in these collections? Well, it is like 3 and 2 and whatnot, but point still remains, when something new appeared and, you know, took up all the attention, those skins there, they got forgotten. They no longer have any love. Oh no. And they lost value. Alright? So do you think that's always going to retain its price? I don't think so. And you might sit there and say, but it did 17,500 subscribers. Well, you know what? That did 19,000. That did 19,700. That did 14,000, which isn't as much. That did 29,920. That did basically 30,000. Look at it now. So, yeah, we're in that awkward position of, okay, maybe we'll see some more submissions for the collection and whatnot. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I would have preferred deplorables. I'm pretty sure we'll probably see a large box potentially on the horizon, but I look at this and I worry for it, and I think, you know what, maybe I'm just going to stick with doing maybe like a 80 cent to $1.10 buy order. That's what I'm going to do. Yep, that's how I'm going to approach it. So yeah, if you like it, by all means, you know, I hope you would have bought it, because yeah, if you like it, you're more than welcome to buy it. Keep those skin creators nice and motivated, keep wanting to put out nice and creative designs in the future, but we're looking at this with the financial perspective, and we're trying to figure out if we want to buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100, and I don't think that'll be a skin that'll be suitable for such a thing. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on. Sushi sheet metal door. First thing we had to be aware of is all the sheet metal doors that came out this year. Why, what's wrong? Well, I mean, look at it. Can you see one that's in the positive currently? Uh-oh. Yep. Right, so with that, we've also had charity skins, Twitch drop. We'll probably have another Twitch drop, don't be surprised. Anyway, you can see that we've had a lot of sheet metal doors so far this year. We're halfway through the year, and we have 19. Last year, in total, we had 30. The year before that, we had 28. We are looking to eclipse last year's total amount. Also, look at all of last year's skins. 1, 2... that's it. Only 2 skins are in the positive, and that was 30 of them. Do you kind of understand the problem here? Yes, a lot of those sheet metal doors that we just looked at were part of notable collections, deplorable collections to be specific. And, well, 17,500 subs, things are looking a little bit awkward. Now, we've got a question. Did FaZe, submit any more deplorable skins for this proposed collection, which I don't fully know the name of at the moment? Neon Nightlife? Okay, that's cool. Yes, I can confirm that he did submit another skin. We have a large box. The kitties are now neon as well. So as you look over to here, we have the cute little cat there, we have the cute little cat here, we have the cute little cat there, and you still have the picture of the kitty. This is more of a direct, continuation for that garage door that was accepted not too long ago, which is nice, that's cool. If that gets accepted, would everything, improve? I guess, yeah. I mean, with the likes of the sheet metal door being accepted, we did see a bit of a bump up for the likes of the garage door, which is currently sitting there at about $5 now. Am I correct? Yeah, he's been just hard stuck at $5 for a fairly decent amount of time. But we're here to talk about the sheet metal door itself. Now, if you looked at all those sheet metal doors just a little bit earlier when I brought them up, you might have noticed the likes of Shadowborn. Shadowborn got all those deplorable skins accepted, didn't it? How come the sheet metal door's down bad, where all the other ones are just kind of doing okay? I don't know. And I'm putting it down to we have far too many options for sheet metal doors. Again, look how many we have in existence, and you could probably put 2 and 2 together and realise that, we probably have too many. So, on the horizon, will there be more sheet metal doors being submitted? Oh, of course, yes. Will there be more Twitch drops? I wouldn't doubt it. So, more problems potentially. Will that retain its value? I don't think so. No. If we still get a nice collection of all of these things, I'd be very happy to see this, boost in demand, boost in price. But Shadowborn did do that. But then as time went on, and, as we enter the summer, where most skins have improved with their values, their prices have gone up and whatnot, it still went down. So yeah, not so good. What is that nose you made there? What, my nose? My nose is bad. I don't know what you meant there. Sorry, I'll come back to you in a little bit, Mr. Sonar. Anyway, with the likes of what we see here, I think I'm going to probably do $1 to $1.50. This is exactly the same thing how you went about the garage door. I know, but that's sold for $4. This one's selling for $2.49, so at least I'm closer. But as time goes on, all to full seasonal dip and what, that'll very likely go down pretty bad. But so as long as we keep seeing the new skins being submitted, accepted and whatnot, all the kitties, yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll still kind of hold up quite nicely. Noise, sorry. All right, I was a bit confused there. I was like, did I do something with my nose? Did it fall off? Did I put it back on? All right, anyway, that's cool. We've set a price. Let's move on. You're regular, so we're going to put you on the side. Let's focus this. Right, Neanderthal hide clothing. I just kind of had a discussion with my chat about this. Now, in terms of how often do we see hide shirt skins being accepted? Well, it's not exactly a common thing. Last year we had 2. So far we have 2. Could we probably still see more being produced? Maybe. We'll see. People will produce skins. It's a question of will they get accepted? As I look over to here at the likes of the pants as well, you might notice the pants are actually doing a fair bit better compared to the likes of the shirt skins, the hide shirt skins. So much so that I'm actually looking at the pants and thinking, you know what, maybe these actually might perform a fair bit better. It is weird. Look at all these 4 skins right here. Shut up, chat. Don't you dare make jokes. Look at all their prices. And then we hop over to here and look at the shirts. And you might notice all the pants are better. Okay, right, that's a bit odd, but it's a strange thing that seems to keep happening. And also take this into consideration, you know, this is selling for $1.49, that's sold for 99 cents, that's sold for 99 cents, that's sold for 99 cents. So it's in a bit of an awkward position where it's got to do a little bit more to retain its value, all right? These are doing okay, oh, not you. But these are part of well-established collections. They actually got more primitive skins accepted. So if I go to the Pirate Collection, you'll see we got a whole bunch of the primitive skins accepted here. I'm talking hide clothing, the poncho and the bandana. We have the likes of the hide booties and, of course, the boonie hat. Yep. We got all of those. That was perfectly fine for the likes of the hide clothing. Wedged in the middle, it's got, you know, it's got a family. It's got a collection. And then we can say the same thing with the likes of the Curse Collection, which was a collection that rolled out in 2024. As you can see with the likes of all of these, we've got quite a lot of these skins. Now, if you're going to quickly question why are these doing bad, these were part of the first rush store for this year, January 4. Far too many people were playing back then. Far too many of these skins got bought. Every single skin in that rush store ended up going down because there's too many of them in circulation. Whereas all of these, yeah, they're totally fine because they came out later. Anyway, so that worked out perfectly fine. Again, in the middle, more skins got accepted. It's got a family. It's got a collection. And it's doing perfectly fine now. So, this is actually, well, I mean, there is a collection here. We've got a few skins that came before it. Number 1, do you want to dress up as a caveman? I think some of you might. So, Flintstones. Shut up. Primitive servers could be fun. But, having spoke to the skin creator himself, he does plan to do the likes of a poncho, bandana, and he might want to do female clothing as well, that being halter neck, skirt. So on the horizon, could we see more? Yes. Will they be accepted? I don't know. It's that horrible, horrible position of, yeah, it'll probably do very nicely if we saw more. Right, face punch? Alright, so do you really want to rely on them to make the decision that you need? Okay, so with that, I look at it with optimism. It actually hasn't sold that much compared to the other hide clothing skins that we've had in the past, which is quite interesting, as you can see. 10,800 subscribers compared to almost 15,000 there, 26,000 there, and 17,000 there. Now that you acknowledge that, maybe, because there's less of these in circulation, all the better for it to rise up in price if we do see more skins being accepted. So I'm looking at both of these, and I'm looking at it and thinking, you know what? I'm probably going to do 80 cents to 1 to 10. If you personally have a lot more faith in assuming that the Neanderthal clothing is going to work out perfectly fine, then by all means, offer more. I believe Zinc, the skin creator, is going to be putting out the bandana and a poncho this weekend. Alright? Maybe I'll probably go a little bit higher. Or maybe. But yeah, primitive skins, if we do see more of them being accepted, the pre-existing ones do tend to spike in demand and spike in price. That basically applies to all clothing and armor skins, to be honest, but it's there. So, if you're feeling brave and confident, offer more. If you're thinking, I'd rather play it safe, offer less. It's up to you. It's in your hands. What you do with your money, it's up to you. Cool. Right, let's move on to the Cel AR. Now, okay, we've gone through the whole yapping session when that first appeared, where it sold, you know, it's another AK-47 that's selling at $3.49. Yep. We've had other AK-47s that sold for $3.49 so far this year. Yep. They're not doing very well at the moment. El Diablo is probably the best thing I can compare to. Why? Because that only did 8,700 subscribers. This was actually part of a fairly well-established collection. So, back over to here, El Diablo. As you can see, we have the likes of various weapons and a couple deplorables. Point is, this has got other skins, alright? Unfortunately, when that was accepted, well, I mean, after it was out the rust dry, I should say, it didn't do a very good job of retaining its value, and it went down to 94 cents. $3.49, 94 cents. And we can see that on the Steam market right now. So, there's not that many of these listed, and yeah, there it is. So back over to here, what does Cel Collection have? Well, it's got the Tier 2 armour. On the horizon, could we see Tier 3 or Hoodie and Pants? Well, I mean, that didn't happen, did it? We haven't seen any submissions for this set for a while. The skin creator broke their arm. Now, that happened quite some time back, and I would have assumed that they probably would have gone back to it. Maybe they're a skin creator that just doesn't have a lot of time to dedicate to making Rust skins. I don't know all the details, but it is a bit odd, and you have to be aware of that. So if you're feeling a little bit concerned with that, don't be surprised if it probably goes down to around $1, exactly like the El Diablo AK-47. That means we're probably better off just doing a 60-cent to 80-cent barter. If you're feeling brave and think, oh, but Hedge, hang on a minute, you haven't even pointed out that it's a green AK-47. I mean, we did talk about it a little bit earlier, but it's also got like yellow on it and whatnot. Again, if you're feeling braver, you're more than welcome to offer more. But personally, I just kind of want to take a bit of a step back and think, I'm good. So yeah. Take a sip of water. No! So, Cel AR, 60 cents to 80 cents. And now, considering that we just talked about all of the abnormals, I'll now proceed to talk about the regular skins. So just to point this out to you, these abnormal skins will be appearing at 1 o'clock in the morning, whereas these regular skins will only become marketable when the Rust store rotates tomorrow on Thursday. Let's talk about the MK Ultra Thompson. So, quickly, just take a look at all the Thompsons that came out so far this year, and what do you see? Yeah, not so good. Down 12, down 10, down 31, and down 38. Oh, no. That's not looking pretty. What about the more colourful ones? Well, if we look at some of the skins that came out last year, you could probably point out Chameleon Thompson, you could probably point out Thompson Nana. Yeah, they're still not doing the best. I mean, you're doing not too bad. But anyway, back over to here. I was under the impression that MK Ultra probably could turn out to become a pretty interesting looking set. Very bright, very colourful, but unfortunately, not doing a spectacular job retaining its value, as you can see right there. If we were to keep seeing more, maybe things might improve. But, this past weekend, did Mr. Hessiam produce another MK Ultra skin? No, he made an elevator sheet metal door, which kind of looks pretty cool. If you've ever been to a fairly iffy hotel, I mean, you've seen that as the elevator door. Anyway, back over to here. There is still the LR300 that could potentially get picked out. We shall see. But, yeah, I kind of feel like that's going to still go down in price. Thompsons aren't as reliable as they used to be in terms of, nice investments. So, looking at that, knowing that we're going to go through a bit of a bad period of time in just a few months' time, maybe I just want to look at that and say, you know what? 80 cents to $1.20. And I don't feel bad about that. 80 cents to $1.20 probably would be the nicer way of going about this. It's unfortunate, but yeah. I was hoping that MK Ultra would do better. Who knows? Maybe we'll still keep seeing more skins accepted and lead up to the end of this year and whatnot. I can't foresee the future. I could guess, but... So yeah, 80 cents to $1.20 is how I'm going to go about that. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see more of these skins being produced for this collection. So, let's move on. Let's talk about Ronin set. I was actually kind of enthusiastic for this, and with the amount of sales that I've seen, still short of 10,000 subs. Obviously, by tomorrow, we'll do that. We'll eclipse 10,000. It's still kind of low. And when you look at some of the saps that we've had, being accepted over these past few years, well, I mean, I can't help but assume this is going to end up exactly like this, where it's going to probably go up by about 25% in value, and, well, that's perfectly fine with me. So as I look over down to here, you might notice a lot of the saps are doing ever so nicely. We are currently going through the summertime. Quite a lot of people are playing at the moment, and, of course, the demand for skins in general did improve. So, saps, gimme. Right, anyway. So, in the future, will that do better? Wouldn't doubt it, but during this period of time in the lead up to the likes of September, is it still going to do well? Is it still going to rise up nicely? I think we probably missed out on some momentum for that. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know what? Okay. I am under the impression that it's still going to go below its rust price. Yes. But I'm still under the impression, post-Christmas 2025, summer next year, this will probably end up exactly like this. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I'm probably going to do $1 to $1.50. Now, yeah, we do have the Ronin collection itself. Unfortunately, it's not exactly looking to be, what's the word to say, in demand. It's not like people actively wanting to dress up like this, it seems. Face masks still get some love. It's a cool looking mask. But yeah, based on the prices, it doesn't seem to be having that much demand, unfortunately. So regardless, we've seen quite a lot of saps over here. They're not part of notable collections. They're still doing A-OK, you know, that one there. Got bang, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So honestly, $1 to $1.50 should be totally okay. Now, if you don't want to end up buying a whole bunch of them for $1.50 during the likes of October time, maybe offer a little bit less. But can't help but assume that'll be perfectly fine again once we reach January. So it's up to you how you go about that. Junkernaut SAR, so we did talk about this a little bit earlier. Junkernaut collection potentially has a garage door on the horizon. If that was to be accepted, would it cause the likes of that SAR to go, you know, bounce up in demand, bounce up in price? Nah, I think only the sheet metal door will get that type of response, that type of behaviour. Unfortunately, all of these Junkernaut weapon skins have not done a very good job retaining their value. That's down 18, that's down 50, an AK-47. Who would have guessed? And then we've got the Junkernaut bar. I'm actually quite surprised to see that's gone barely over $1, but give it some time, I think that will still improve. This here, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be going crazy. I think that's still going to go down in price. Looking at the state of that, just to play it safe, 60 cents to 80 cents. Will we see more Junkernaut skins being produced and potentially accepted in the future? I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, but I kind of get the feeling it's going to probably be deplorables from here and now. So that's in Fuff's hands, and he still feels motivated to keep going at it, so we'll see what happens next, but I get the feeling it's going to probably steer towards deplorables a little bit more for the moment. Cool, so 60 cents to 80 cents for that. And then we've got the Ditto Python. Yes, recently we did see another Ditto skin being submitted, that being the likes of this AK-47, the only collection continuation that we saw with the likes of the Rust Workshop skin checks this past week. So as I scroll down over to here, I can confirm that was the only collection continuation. That very likely probably will be accepted. I wouldn't be surprised. There has to be another AK. Has to. Anyway, Ditto Python, how you doing? Let's go quickly take a look at all these Python skins from the past, or recent past I should say. And yeah, they're not doing very well. So what about if we compare to the likes of a previous Ditto skin? Well, that's not doing very well either. Oh, well, weapon only collection. Oh dear. What about, well, it's another AK. It's another weapon skin, if that were to be accepted, so I don't think the Python's going to be doing all right. Sorry to say, but yeah, not exactly in the best of spots. So if I'm not confident with it, how do I approach it? 60 cents to 80 cents. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, I know. Right, so yeah, that was basically everything covered. I hope I did that in a reasonable amount of time. Maybe I do need to drink some water, but I can't stop yet because I still have to quickly yap about what potentially could be appearing tomorrow. So I've already made mention that I got my Rust Workshop skin checks list right here. Get a good look at all those skins as I quickly go through all of them. Too quickly for your eyes to see, sorry. But I'm sure you probably would have seen the likes of this video by now. Don't forget, with every brand new Rust Workshop skin checks video, there is always the chapters here of all the collection continuations. It was a bit dry this week. Not that many clothing and armour skins. And also, well, it was very deplorable heavy. It was pretty crazy for that. I don't know what to expect, but at the very least, if the newest skins don't sound super appealing to you, you could always look at the likes of the top picks list. So you got the top 10 picks from TGG himself. I'd love to see flashbacks, boots, and gloves. I'd love to see it. I don't know. And yeah, so we've already looked at these skins last week. There are some notable collection continuations that could pop up. I mean, maybe we could still see the likes of Overheat and whatnot. Maybe we'll see some extra late picks. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually get cards or seeds. We shall see. I don't fully know what to expect with tomorrow, but there are notable collection continuations in this one at the very least. So there you go. Yeah, karaoke. Right, so yeah, I'd like to see it. Now, with the Rust Door rotation tomorrow, will it be early? Nah, I think it'll just be regular time. Around 8 o'clock in the evening UK time is what I expect. Cool. We could quickly hop over to here and see how all those skins hold up in terms of votes. So as you can see, the top 5 scoring skins so far. Neon Storage Small Seeds, again, not a surprise. People like super invest into that. Dragon Gate Garage Door, Mystery Box, Puffer Rock, and Flashbacks Poncho. Yes, there was a poncho submitted. So they're scoring very nicely. If you look at all of these skins based on upvote to downvote ratio, again, Seeds, not surprising, Dragon Gate, Flashbacks Poncho, Mystery, and Volcanic Hammer. So there is a lot of interest in some of these skins, but I just don't really know what to expect. So yeah, that's it basically. It is June 20th for the Rust rotation tomorrow. We are like 2 weeks away from getting that July Force Wipe, and there's a lot of interesting things on the horizon. Well, if we could quickly go take a look at Mr. Protox over here on Twitter. Well, I mean, we'll look at Rusticated real quickly. there's lots of mentions right now in regards to the state of the bikes and staging and whatnot. It looks to be ready. And it's not just that. Travelling vendor, there's another video I showcased to you. So here we have Protox here. Go give him a good watch on the likes of Twitter and whatnot, and his YouTube. As you can see, he's actually showcasing how the travelling vendor looks like right there. So, yeah, that looks to be perfectly fine and ready to me. There's a lot of new content on the horizon, and I can't help but assume, yes, whilst at this current moment, we're getting a lot of people playing Rust right now during the likes of June, 91,500 average at the moment. July is looking to probably get a lot more interested people. And don't forget, we also have the likes of the summer sale, so I'll talk about that in a second. Thank you very much there, Mr. Protox. Go give him a good watch if you want. It's right there. Right, so back over to the likes of me here. I want to bring up summer sale. That's kicking off on the 27th of June. Will our Ruskins suffer because of this? I mean, I think in general, especially the likes of Counter-Strike, you will see a lot of people trying to sell some things to get some quick steam on it. Wouldn't surprise me. You might start to see certain skins stagnate for a bit because people think they can sell them very quickly. And it's not just that, because what's also coming out... I'm not joking, honestly. I do think a lot of people will be quickly trying to sell some stuff so they can get the Elden Ring DLC. There are so many people streaming it right now, it's absolutely ridiculous. So, hey, it is what it is. So, yeah, things might take a bit of a turn now. You might have already seen certain skins, you know, reach their peaks for prices during the summer. We do still have July Force Wipe, but maybe for these next couple of weeks, things might go a little bit all right. So, it is what it is. At the very least, we can look forward to doing the buy orders. So what we're going to do now is we're going to skip ahead, and we're going to proceed with that. So, see you in a bit. Right then, here we go. So I've got everything prepared. All I've got to do is refresh and hope for the best. Yep, come on, 1 o'clock. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. You're going to work, right? Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Usually it takes like 20 seconds. Oh no, not always. Sometimes they just immediately appear. Go. No. Go. No. Go. There we go. No borders. I'll take that. I don't think I was the first barter in it. Alright, nothing else, really? But now... Oh, there we are, alright. Do you want a banana? Right, why did I sing that? I don't know, it's in my head. I thought of the cats eating the bananas. Okay, over to here, what we're doing now, I am doing... this. And we'll see what the future foretells, or shows, or whatever. Sushi door. Por favor. Alright, what are we doing? We're going a little bit higher. Right, all the other stuff's just not appearing, which is awkward for me. We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? Oh, okay. You're not going very high. Okay, think quick. Wow, I'm actually very surprised to see it's like this. Right, I think I'll just skip ahead now. Alright, yeah, we'll just skip ahead, so. Right, people, we're back. It's been almost 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a look at those skins, and here they are. This is what they currently look like. So, Neon Small Comp Storage only has 19 listings. Only. Well, yeah, it's a lot better compared to what we saw last week with Meds, which had an instant, like 150 listings. So that's cool. Barter's going all the way up to $1.34. Yes, if you really wanted to, you could probably just go put down a barter, and I wouldn't be surprised if you could pick these up for a cheaper price. This has currently sold a fair bit less compared to the other small boxes, but again, I still stand by my point. I wouldn't be surprised if you could just pick these up for a much cheaper price around October time. So, it's up to you, chat, how you might go about it, but that's in your hands. As of now, if you really wanted to buy one, that's cool, but don't be surprised if it goes below its store price at some point. Now, if you were to buy them, would they probably be in a much better position next summer? I mean, sure, but that's like a year away. Are you really that patient? We'll see. So, that's cool. Looking at the likes of the Sushi Sheep Minador, this is currently in the Rust store for $2.49, but you might notice the barders, well, they basically stop at $1.50-ish. So, plenty of barders here. Oh, no. Oh no, they're back. I've only just looked at it. Oh no. Does that mean we saw them here as well? Oh no. Those might be the botted buy orders. But then again, when I looked at the when I did my barter, I didn't see anything. If it was botted, I would have. Okay, I think that's just one random silly person trying to make that look a lot more valuable than what it actually is. Same to that as well. All right, okay, so let's look at this a little bit more. This basically has barters only going up to $1.45. This is nowhere close to $2.49, is it? No. So I think I probably got the message across to all of you. At some point, yes, even though we'll probably see a lot more of these potentially being accepted, that being, you know, the ramen, sushi shop things, the Japanese neon light collection. I don't know what the collection's called. I forgot already. But yeah, so as long as we see more, it'll be nice, but I still assume the sheep in the door is going to probably struggle a fair bit as time goes on. So personally, yeah, I'm probably just going to leave it at that. If you really wanted to grab one of these, you could just probably put down like a $1.80 barter, pick this up for about 70 cents cheaper. Wouldn't surprise me if you pull that off. But yeah, this will be going below its rust price at some point. Let's just hope we do see those continuations, because we like this. We like the cats. We like the cats. So yeah. Moving on, Neanderthal hide clothing. Well, this is currently in the Rust store for $1.49, and well, if you want to do that, mate, you're more than welcome to. We can see that the hide clothing has quite a lot of boulders, but if we took that away, it'd still have 900. It still seems okay. So boulders building all the way up to about 90 cents, just over $1, and just slightly higher than $1. Yeah, I mean, if you're being a little bit tentative with it, if we do eventually see those continuations, primitive skin continuations, wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing a lot more, you know, investment towards it and whatnot. So just kind of waiting and seeing what's going to happen next. But as I said, if you keep an eye out on the workshop over the course of this weekend, pretty sure Zinc will be putting out those continuations, whether it's the likes of the poncho and a bandana, or the hide halter neck and the skirt. Either one, doesn't matter, so as long as we see more, all the better for it. So, pants are looking pretty okay. As I said, going all the way up to $1 and slightly above. And of course, the shirt probably is exactly the same as I go over to here. Yep, you can see that for yourself. Cool. So, both of them are looking perfectly reasonable. Then over to here, we got the likes of the Colander Boonie Hat. Well, I mean... he's doing it again. Hey, if you want to keep doing that, if you want to end up buying all of them, you're more than welcome to do so. But a lot of you might notice, for a $1.49 Boonie Hat, yeah, the boulders basically stop at 84 cents. Yes, I know there's that guy. I don't think he's legitimate, so let's just ignore him. Yeah, don't think that'll be retaining its value. I will not be surprised in the slightest. Not surprised in the... I've lost my words. I will not be surprised in the slightest if it does go down to around $1, as expected. So... everybody kind of sitting around about 70 to 80 cents. Makes sense. So, yeah, cool. All right, then. So, yeah, if you really want to grab one of those, maybe go put down a $1 buy order. Because, again, I don't think this guy's sticking around forever. I think that's all just for show. So, cool. If we do get collection continuation, that'd be nice. But I still stand by my point of I'm not sure if everybody's going to realise that's actually going to be like a continuation. Remember the poncho? Don't think people are going to be able to put two and two together. We shall see. Quarantine garage door, you are selling for $1.99 in a Rust store, and, well, ignoring that, the bar does barely go over $1. Yeah, that was kind of expected. It has sold quite a reasonable amount. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up seeing a fairly decent amount of them being thrown onto the Steam market and whatnot. I would like to see more quarantine skins being produced and accepted, but I definitely would like to see more deplorables. More deplorable skins would definitely help out the garage door a whole lot more compared to weapon skins. So, yes, we shall see. Barter's nicely rising up to about 90 cents there, then $1, then slightly above. But yeah, that's not even... well, that's barely over half the price of what it's currently selling for. So, yeah. And then we've got the Cel AR. $3.49 skin, and yet again that, but again, we'll ignore them. Barders stop at around $1. Okay, cool, that's fine. It seems a lot of people just don't have a lot of faith in this, but the only listings we're currently seeing at the moment are $12. Could it magically potentially rise up in price due to the fact that hardly anyone wants to list theirs below a certain point? I mean, that could happen, but can you trust everybody? It did 11,000 subscribers at the current time. By tomorrow, we'll probably see maybe 11,000 to 11,500 subs by tomorrow. Blah, blah, blah. We shall see. Yeah, so that definitely doesn't look like it's going to retain its value. You could easily just probably whack down maybe a $1.20 buy order. Will not be surprised in the slightest if you pick that up. So you get it for about 30% of the price it's currently selling for in the Rust store. Yep. So, honestly, the only thing that potentially might end up doing nicely in the future is going to probably be the Neon Small Comp Storage, which, yet again, you do have to wait a fair bit, at least another half a year. And then, honestly, I do lean into the likes of the clothing here, the hide clothing for the Neanderthal set. I get the feeling we potentially might be getting some more caveman theme things. We'll see. I mean, Neanderthal, caveman, same thing, whatever. I think they called it Neanderthal because there was already caveman skins. I've got to remind myself of that. Is that true? We'll have to look at that up in a second. All right, well, that's it. That's enough of the apping. So, honestly, for the vast majority of these things, or really all of them, it just looks like we're better off just sticking with a buy order. So, yeah, it is what it is. Not that too interesting. It's just a perfectly normal week. Now, tomorrow, I'd love to see some core pieces. Hoodie, pants, tier 2, tier 3 armor, whatever it'll be. Just kind of give me some of that, because it was nice to see this, but let's actually see some like clothing and armor now. Okay? That's all I want to see. All right, chat, what are you hopeful for? Feel free to sit there and, pray, beg for the things that you want most. Feel free to say it now, chat. Say it now before it's too late, okay? Right, so I'd like to see the player count, stay strong. But tomorrow, Elden Ring DLC does come out. Will it have an impact on this? Probably. We'll see. What do you reckon? Do you reckon we'll see this probably dip because of that? I'd love to see, maintain, stay strong, and then, of course, lots of fun during the likes of July. Thunder Gold? I'd love to see Thunder Gold. It'll be a bit late, but screw it, why not? We've had some extra late skins already so far this year. I mean, that was 6 weeks, wasn't it? And then what else did we have here that was a fair bit strangely late? That was 9 months, but I mean, there was going to be a comp storage submitted anyway. They just jumped the queue and said, we'll just pick this one up anyway. It's fine. It's cool. Take that one. Bye, Doc. See you. Bye. All right. Cool. So, yeah, feel free to go ahead and look at the Rust Workshop Skin Checks collection. Feel free to go ahead and look at the TGG's Top Picks collection. Who knows what we'll see tomorrow? Let's just hope we can walk away with a smile.